Hey everyone, it's Mature from Pinax, and today I'm proud to announce you that we solved a big problem in the blockchain industry. That is, how do we get all the ERC20's data that you need for your applications? We want something that is open source, that everyone can run for free on their infrastructure, or if you are a dev that just want data, you can get them here at Pinax. So I want to present to you today the ERC20's token APIs. So it's an API that we developed here at Pinax that is open source for everyone. Everyone can download them, use them, edit them, can do whatever you want with it. These APIs will guide you to how to extract all the data you need about ERC20's tokens. So USDC, BNB, USDT, every token you can imagine on the EVM chains. And we have also all the envelope chains, but all the data related to those tokens are now available to everyone. So for example, if you have ever wonder how Etherscan got all those data, for example, the supplies, the holders, etc., with the API now, you can fetch the same data for all the data you need. So for example, if I want USDT on Ethereum, I want the supplies, I can get the supply right now, and we can provide it also in historical data. So if, for example, I want at this specific block number, so 20 millions, you can fetch the data also, so we can have precise data. If you have an apps that needs no data, ERC20's token API can provide it for you. We also have the holders. So for example, if you want all the holders who have the most tokens of this contracts, so for example, for USDT, you simply execute the queries and it's going to give you all the holders with the limit you specify. So it's going to make in order the most holder a token have. We also provide data about balance. So for example, if you need to know how many tokens any address have, you can fetch the balance endpoints and you are going to get all balance of any tokens you have, and you can filter with the contract exactly, or you can get all the tokens you have. It also provides token information. So for example, if you want to know all the available tokens, you can simply fetch this paths, and you can also search, for example, with the symbol, the name, or the contract exactly to get, for example, the precisions and the name, symbol, etc. We also provide data about transfer. So for example, if you want to know from one address what is all the transfer, or from a contract, for example, you can get those data. And we also provide it with the transaction ID. So if you want an exact transfer, we can get it. So for example, on Etherscan, we have this transaction. If you want the same data, you can simply go on the APIs, you fetch the transaction ID, and we're going to give you the information about the transfer. What is cool about the ERC20's token API is that we provide the data, but you can also run it in your own infrastructure because all those code is open source. From the extractions to the database to the API. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the ERC20's. So to get the data, store it in the ClickHouse, and we're going to start the APIs. So if you go to this GitHub, so github.com, pinax.network, ERC20's token APIs, we have a guide to how everything works. And today I'm going to set up it with you. So you guys can now set up it and develop an APIs for your applications. So to get started, you're going to have 3 prerequisites. First of all, we're going to need to have what's called the Substring Sync SQL. So that is basically the app that's going to index the blockchains for you. So take all of the information about ERC20's on the blockchains and put it in a ClickHouse database. So that's the database we're going to use. I won't go exactly how to install it. So just go to the GitHubs and install it by yourself. It's very easy. After that, you're going to need a ClickHouse instance. So that's the database we use to store all the informations. So same things, very easy to install. Just go to the ClickHouse websites, install it, and you're going to be good to go. And finally, you will need Substring tokens. So here at Pinax, we provide tokens for you. So basically, we're going to stream to you all the data from the blockchains. So go to pinax.networks, connect, and it will give you an API key. And after that, you're good to start. So the first thing we are going to do is git clone the ERC20's GitHubs. So, like I said, go to this repo, so Pinax Network ERC20's token APIs. Click on it. We're going to go inside it. So it's very simple. First thing we're going to do is start the database winstall, so ClickHouse. So in another terminals, just use ClickHouse server. So that is going to start the ClickHouse instance. Once the database is started, we're going to create the database. So just copy paste that command, so echo create database. Any comments is going to be on the GitHubs, and also I think I'm going to provide it in the descriptions. So just follow it on the descriptions. This commands to create the eTokens v1's database. After that, we provide to you in the GitHubs a simple commands to create your schemas. So everything, all the tables you need for the ClickHouse. So just run run create schema.js. So that's that file. It's a script that's going to create everything for you. Just run that command. It's going to create this file, so schema.sql. So it's any tables you need to run the APIs. Once that is done, you're going to just copy that command. This command is going to create the tables on the database. So copy that command. And after that, you're good to go. Just install ERC20's APIs. So bun install and bun run build. On it's done, it's compiled, you're good to go. So now we're going to extract all data from the blockchains. So we're going to start our substreams. You're going to need your tokens. So like I said, go get your tokens at Pinax.networks. And when it's done, you can simply use that commands. So export substreams.tokens and put your tokens at the bottom. When that's done, you're going to start the substreams with the sync SQL. So that command is going to start the substreams and put all data on the ClickHouse. So start the substreams. So the sync is now starting. So extracting all data from the blockchain, it takes a long time. So if you have a server, for example, it's perfect. You can leave it run. It will take basically maybe 3 days to index Ethereums. But if you are just a person with an apps that just want the data, I suggest to you to just use the Pinax Network APIs. So I'm going to just give you the data for you. But if you want to have your own data, that's how we do it. So we can see that the sync is started. We have the message and the block started. So imagine it's a 3 day after. So you sync all the blockchains. So we have now all the data in your ClickHouse. So for example, I connect to ClickHouse. And for example, if I go see in my database, so the eTokens v1s, if I show the tables, you have all the tables. And so for example, if I want the supply, so select all from supply and limit to 100 first. So I have now all the data on the blockchains. And now if you just want to get the data with the API, you just run this command. So ERC20's token API, so it's going to launch what we built earlier. So the API is now started. And like you see, it's open on the port 3000 by default. So if I go to that address, we have now the ERC20's token API installed locally on our machines. So you just created yourself an API that's going to give you all the data you need about ERC20's token. I don't think that the API is more complicated than that. So we just see how to fetch data from the blockchains, put it on the ClickHouse with the tables that we create with the simple commands. And you now have a locally ERC20's API on your side that you can use for free because it's open source, like I said. But if you're just a dev, like I said, and you just want to have the data, go to Pinax.network. We are going to provide you the API for you. If you have any question, just leave it in the comments and we're going to respond to you. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. And I hope I see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.